Continuing with this year's wet saga. We're making hay in the mud. Yay, look at that. Woo! The ground is just so excited to come up and see us with all the water and make things brown. And show off my tire tracks. Yes. Dryness has been very rare. Very rare. So I'm mowing hay because it's too wet to plant again. We have a long enough dry stretch, but I guess I can get this done while still planting. I hate doing hay while planting. Worst thing ever. Because it'll be later in the week, it'll finally be dry enough to play in the dirt and plant, and I'll have this hay to bale, but kind of over a barrel on this one. This isn't quite my choice to make this hay. Right now, that's just lovely. That's going to be hay with minerals. Okay, lock the diff. We got to get out of this before it gets stuck in the mud. Okay, how do we get out of this? The problem with locking the diff is the steering goes away. But if I try to turn and then that tire spins in the mud a bunch, okay. Put the mower back down, we're on dry land again. Well, give it a few good rains in a month or so, that'll probably be covered up. Most of the time I don't have trouble here. But I'm afraid this is going to be a hay season where I could get way too much use out of the tedder. And it's more fun watching the tedder sit unused. That means it's dry and cooperative. Enough of me yik-yakking about how wet it is. Well, we're to raking now. I decided to hop in the 10 because shade. We're in the middle of this heat wave and I'm just lazy, and let's see if we can't not get too stuck here. There's water sitting over there, that's a blast. Try not to immediately reuse every track. I don't know at what point. Well, we didn't have to lock the diff, so that's good, but there might have been some water down there. A little bit of squirt and splash in the mud. Yay. It's an area we're going to leave until very last. But I got to the middle of the field and the field comes together at a triangle a little bit. So I decided I'll start over here and work my way back towards the center, and then we'll have one odd windrow right down the center. Oh, it's been a while since I've raked with the 10. It's fun raking 7-foot cuts. It's real easy with this rake. We drive down the outside too and leave them on top of the middle. Yeah, I mowed this, and then the forecast for the rest of the week just went wild. I think we're supposed to be good today, but you know, it's Tuesday. I mowed on Sunday. Wow, I'm gonna love myself for this. Ugh. This is gonna be one of those ones where you swing the square baler out. Oh yeah. How big of a mess can we make? Right in the low spot. And that's where I'm dropping this windrow, but the goal will be to stick the square baler out and pick this up ever so nice and gently, I guess. Boy, do I hate rain and wet years. Well, I bet nobody's ever seen the chamber fill up before. It's all clean from last year. This is the last time we'll see the baler clean for a while. And so I've got a minute to lollygag around and film here as we're getting started. Now this field made like 350 bales last year. We'll see how it does. right now. It's June 23rd. You really need to be planning, but sometimes you're just kind of held over a barrel. Things are finally almost dry-ish, dry enough-ish. But bale some hay first. See if we're still in shape after winter. Slowly ease into things. And if we get lucky with enough dry days, we'll get planning done and then really hit the hay hard and test out everybody's muscles. And of course, the first bale didn't go well because it's doing whatever that is. There's some string and there's some string, and we don't have any twine. And always some hiccup on the first time out. Didn't clear the knot. Well, the knot didn't clear. Oh, it seems we had a small knot in all the twine. I got it undone, but it's too much that it broke. Got stuck right down there. So I gotta run a few bales here that'll pull that all back in and we'll close the lid. And we gotta run this first bale back through because it came out all weird. Minor details. Okay, I think everybody's ready to ride. Now that we're more than halfway down the field, I think we're ready to roll. We're making knots. The knotters are still clean. By the time we get done with this field, they won't be. Well, time for the sweat work. Oh yay, the fast working portion where you get to watch me stack a whole wagon load. I just about had enough battery to get one whole wagon load in here. Yeah, well, I was a little bit behind on editing video. Of course, there's been a time where I haven't shot a whole lot of video because it's almost raining daily now. I thought it was bad there in May, well, and June too. Now in July, it's being ridiculous. I didn't think it'd be possible to have it rain every day. Like maybe we could go weeks without rain at points last summer, and it was somewhat forecasted. It wasn't like we were missing rain all the time. This now they forecast rain like they don't even make an attempt at saying there's going to be dry days. Just like, yep, it's probably going to rain. There's a good chance. They may not know when. You know, a few days out, they have no clue what time. But a lot of time, it's middle of the afternoon heating. Every once in a while, it's maybe a morning shower. But yeah, I've been really down about the rain, and then I've been having some love life troubles. That's not going well. So that hasn't made me any too motivated, but I'm trying to get back on the horse here, get back on editing. Try to get back to some level of normalcy or something. Yeah, it's just a very demotivational year. It's one where you just want to, say, go to a beach and not be fighting the rain. Maybe I should grow frogs or fish or more rice. I don't know. Now this field we're going to get like 280 bales off of. It's probably 40 bales less than it's done before. We're also baling it a few weeks later, and the owner has animals on the field and was wondering why we're not getting as much hay. Well, whatever 5 animals on this 8 acres, they're going to trample as much as they eat. So if they eat a third, they trample a third, and they leave a third. That's probably a bit generous. They probably leave more than a third, but I'm sure at least, there could easily be 400 bales off this field, no problem, if there was no animals on it for first cut. But, you can't convince everybody of everything, and the animals need their space. You're either going to feed them hay or feed them pasture.